One, two, a one, two, three, four. Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here for little Sadie. As you just saw and heard there, I played two arrangements, and we're going to be learning the first one down here in more of a first position or Doc Watson-ish style solo, play the melody straight ahead. And the second time we'll move all across the fretboard, and it's a little bit more of a Tony Rice style thing. And we'll move up and down the fretboard using a lot of the F natural scales. I'll also be covering the rhythm lesson too. There's a handful of short measures in here which I'll discuss so that you're able to play the rhythm along as well. I'm gonna start walking through that first arrangement right now. If you want to access the full-length lesson, both arrangements, download the tabs, multi-speed backing tracks, click the link in the description below. All right, so let's put those first few measures on the screen there. And as you kind of notice here in the first four bars, you're going to see some markings. You see there that says C, and then 2, 4, and then back to C there at the beginning of each measure. And what's going on is that there are some short, quote-unquote, short measures in this piece. It might feel like it kind of hops around or feels uneven as you play rhythm. And so what the C means is common time. It's 4/4, all right? It's kind of standard, but oftentimes they use a C for common time. And then it goes to 2/4, all right? So meaning there's only 2 beats in that measure, and then back to common time, and then back to 2/4. There's might be a few different ways you can kind of write this up, but this is my interpretation. And yes, there are, in fact, like 3 different places where there is a short measure. I'll have a separate video clip on the rhythm for this, and I'll walk you through playing the rhythm, as it can kind of be tricky or feel a bit awkward when doing so, but I'll cover all that in the rhythm lesson, count through it with you. But that's what's going on here in this opening measure. You see a lot of it. Again, common time to 2/4 to common time to 2/4, and it's you always have to remark it, so to speak, when you switch time signatures. And again, just some short measures that we have to be aware of, and perhaps just do extra counting. So that's what's going on. Let's start walking through the solo here. Put those measures on the screen. And first measure there's 4/4. It starts with a couple of half notes. That's what the circle is. With the stem as a half note, 2 counts. Let me play the first 4 and then we'll break them down. So 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, so it's kind of again, not typical to do 2 half notes as a pickup, but that's what we're gonna do here. This solo is kind of more of a Doc Watson-ish style. Just kind of play that melody straight ahead though. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of elongated pickup, if you will, kind of creating some tension, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here's the next measure that is only 2 beats, right? Go 2 on the G, back to 1, hammer to 2, and then open B. So. In the next measure, we're going back to 4/4 time. First fret B twice, 2 quarter notes, and then here's a triplet, right? 0 2 0, hammer pull on the G string, triplet, triplet, and then we land on the 3rd fret D, which is an F note. So. And then the next measure is just a short measure here. We go open D, and we strum that D minor, that is. And I finger my D minor a couple different ways, but I like to use my pinky on the B string 3rd fret. Some people will use their 3rd finger. Either one is totally fine, but I kind of use, I don't know, pinky seems more comfortable for me. And that's all that measure is, just kind of a boom chicka boom strumming pattern there, kind of filling it in. So those 4 measures, 2, ready, go. Okay, Next 4 measures. Now we're going to go back to 4/4 time here for these 4. So So measure 5 goes to the C chord, but I'm going to hammer 0-2 on the D string, and then a downstroke, and then on the up I'm going to catch that D string again just by itself, and then open G twice there, just quarter notes. Oh. Here's another triplet move here. 0-0 hammer pull on the D string this time. Triplet, triplet, and then land on the 3 on the A. Okay, so. And then open A, and then we're going to strum an A minor 7 chord, which is very similar to C. They are very closely related. And as you see, the fingering is darn near the same, right? I'll talk about it in the rhythm lesson. But that's just for 2 beats. It goes back to C in the next measure. So 0-3 hammer on the A, strum, back to A, and 2 8th notes there. So that measure. And then the next measure starts out the same, 0-3 hammer, strum, 3 on the A. And then here's the pickup into the 8th note run. 0 on the G, 1st fret. Okay. And that'll take us kind of finishing out the solo there. But those 4 measures in context, 2, ready, go. Triplet. And then the next couple here to finish it out. Okay, and then it gets into the second, as a pickup into the second arrangement, which will get up the fretboard and get a bit more expressive, kind of, more along the lines of kind of a Tony Rice style solo. But measure 9 here. Starts on the 2nd fret G, back to 1, 2, up to 3, 2, open G, 3 on the D, 2 on the G, pull to 0, 3 on the D, 2-3 hammer on the D. That measures a little short measure, right? 2-4, then we go back to 4-4. So on the open D, strum the D minor, and then a little 1-0 pull on the D. I'm sorry, the G string. And then 3 on the D. So it's a 2/16, and then an 8th note. So 3 and 3 and. It's almost a grace note right there, that pull off. Then open G, back to 3 on the D. Next measure, open D. I strum the D minor chord. Here's our pickup into the second arrangement. Starts on the 3 on the A, slides up to 7, 5 on the D, back to 7 on the A. So all that in context, because that's probably the trickiest part of the arrangement here. So 3, 4. So that's the first arrangement there. Again, fairly straight ahead, playing that melody, right on the head, if you will. Let me play the whole arrangement for you so you can see it all go by in context. So here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up in the second arrangement. All right, that's it for this one. If you want to access the second arrangement and the multi-speed backing tracks, sound slice, get everything, the full-length video, click the link in the description below, and we'll move on when you're ready. Take care.